I am going to show you how to use ipiccy.com in order to insert your logo into a photograph. You can use any other website that you know about or any other photo editing program that you might already have on your computer. We just use this at school because it is internet based and you do not have to download anything. I have given you the link in Google Classroom, but if you just type in ipiccy, it will take you right to the website. I'm going to click, once I'm here, I'm going to click on edit a photo. The first time you do it, it might give you a message that you have to enable something. Just follow the directions and then it should take you to it. It just depends on your settings on your computer, what you have blocked. I am going to go to open. The first thing I want to work on is getting my logo ready to insert. So I'm going to click open. I've already saved my logo on my computer. I'm going to go find it. I know it is in my downloads because I actually downloaded it from my Google Docs and it's really not mine. I'm going to use Autumn's as an example of something I can use. So here it is right here. Here's her logo. I am going to click on it and open it, and it should hopefully open right here. What I'd like to do before I save it again, all of this white I'm going to end up having to paint later, so I'm going to go ahead and crop it. And when I do that, let me click something. I've clicked it too small. I have to stretch it out. Okay, so what I want to do is get as close to her name as possible just to get rid of all the back. I'm going to bring this in too. The closer I can get to her actual logo, I will have less that I'm going to have to Photoshop or edit later. Okay, you can see I'm not very good at this. I'm going to get right where I want it. Again, as close as I can to the edge. And I did this once before and I did it the first try. Now I keep clicking something extra. Once I'm done, I have to stop doing that. So here's my third try. Also hard because I don't have a mouse. And then over here, I'm going to click apply, and then it will actually cut it like this. At this point, I need to save it because I'm going to do save. I want to save it on my computer. I am going to save it like this, and I have developed a folder called Teaching at Home, and I'm going to put it in there. And so I'm going to save it. I already had done one earlier, so I'm just going to save it over the top of it. This will be my new one. So now I've saved. The next thing I'm going to do is go search for a background in here. I do not want, I'm going to close photo because I don't want to go to the slide maker. It's pretty neat if you have time to look at it, but I'm not going to do that. I am now going to open a photo. And when you do that, if you hit web image, you have to put in a URL. And when you copy and paste it, I was not having any luck. It depends on the photo, on whether you're going to do it. So I am not doing that way. I went into Google Images. I searched for a photo, which I'll go ahead and show you now. I just did, I want to do images, and I did Amazon. When I did it, I kept getting the logo, so I played around. I ended up doing Amazon building. I could do the Amazon vehicle, whatever I wanted to do. And then I just came through and I looked at all the buildings, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pick this one over here. Right click on it, save image as, and then I'm going to save it onto my computer. I'm going into my Teaching from Home folder, and then I would hit save. And it's already in there because I did this earlier, but I'm just showing you how you would do it. Okay, so it's in there. Now I'm back. I can exit out of this. I'm back in my iPiccy. I'm going to go to open. I'm going to pick from my computer. I'm going to pick this building right here, and open it up. I need to make it a little bit bigger here. And now I am going to come to where it says this layering. You can't see. I gotta make my screen bigger. It's not capturing it. Let's see if I can do that. Move this over a little bit. Okay, off to the side are choices. Right here is if you want to layer something. And so I decide I'm going to layer. I'm going to put a photograph in here. You could do text, some stickers, and some other vector shapes. This is something you can play around with and see what you want to do. I'm going to put photo. I'm going to want to upload an image, and it will take me to my computer. I'm going to go into my teaching thing, and here is the one I want to do. So I'm going to open it. It should pop up. Oops, looks like I opened the wrong one. I'm going to go back again. This is the one I thought. Huh. Well, earlier, all right. Oh, here it is smaller. It just looks different. Then I'm going to put it right where I want it on to the photo. Okay, if I need to make it a little bit smaller, I can do that. I'm not spending a lot of time just because I don't have time. I'm going to go ahead and apply it. Once I've applied it, I cannot move it. So I need to keep that in mind. But I'm just going to go ahead and apply it and apply. But now it's stuck. It's one photograph. There's nothing I can do with that. I can come over here, though, and go to the paint tool. And here is where I can pick my color. I'm going to go try to match up the gray the best I can. So I'll start like right here in that area. That looks like maybe it's a little bit too dark. So I might go a little bit lighter and see what I can come up with. I can always change it. I might want to change my brush size and make my brush a little bit smaller. But well, I'll just try this for now and see what happens. So I'm going to hit OK. And now what happens, this is going to be way too, oh, somehow I got stuck on the black. So let's see, I want to discard my changes. See how I can just undo what I did because I didn't switch the color like I thought. I'm going to switch to the gray again, and I have to say, okay, I can't just assume that it's switching. I think my brush is going to be too big. So I want to click here and go with a smaller point. I'm at a 45. I'm going to go 13 to start. You can see how small it is, and then see what happens. So my color is still a little too dark. I'm going to go a little bit lighter. And it's just something that you have to play around with. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint this so that it looks like the building. Again, I'm a little bit too dark. So if I were really doing this, I would go back in and, and fix it. So I'm going to keep blending this all the way. I might have to go with a smaller brush until I can get rid of it. There are other ways that you can do this too. You can actually take your photo and cut out around it and make the background transparent and then put it in. So it just depends on what route you want to take. This is just one of the ways to do it. But like I said, I think if you really explore the different things that are available here, you'll really be able to come up with some great work. The only thing that you have to remember is that when you are done, you need to hit apply. And what this means right now, I can come back to it and add more gray, but I cannot take this gray away. Like the stuff that I put on will be there forever. So I'm going to hit apply. And then if I have to leave now to go do something else, I do need to make sure that I save it onto my computer. I'm going to hit save. When it goes to save, since I didn't change the name, it will replace my other building, which is okay. If you don't want to do that, you can call it building 1, building 2, whatever. And so now it is there on my computer. So if I come back again and I want to work on that, I would have to go to open my computer. And then here is my project that I was working on before, and it's saved. Okay, so I hope this is helpful to you. I'm really excited to see what you come up with, and good luck. Email me if you have any questions.